Alright, so I am recording this audio yet again. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I had the video produced. It has been a weekend from hell as far as technology is concerned. It has been a mess, and I'll get into that in just a minute. So, what I am doing is I am taking a 4-inch sash. Yes, sash. She won a pageant. Brush. This is just a cheap painter's brush, just a touch-up brush, and I am altering this brush. So first I started by covering it with a layer of Liquitex gesso, and then I grabbed some fluid acrylic. One is fluid acrylic, one is high flow. The fluid acrylic is the purple, which is ultramarine violet, and the pink, which you will see right here, is the high flow by Golden, and it's fluorescent pink. So, I am just using those two colors and going back and forth and blending, and I will use my fingers, so feel free to watch as I blather on. So, my laptop has a broken screen on it, so I have to hook it up to a TV. I've got two laptops, but one of them has a broken screen. That's the one I do all my editing on. So, it's attached to a TV so that I can see what I'm doing on the laptop. Yeah, the TV died, so now I can't see anything on that laptop, so I have to move it to another TV. It's what a weekend. So then I produced this video, so I'm on my good laptop, but for some reason my good laptop doesn't record video or audio very well. It doesn't produce videos very well. It's a pain. And it's my good laptop. I don't know. It's great at everything except for videos. I don't know. So this is some more fluid acrylic by Golden, and this is Bone Black. And I said bone. So I took it, I brushed it on, and then I dried it just a little bit, and then I took a rag, and it was slightly wet. It just a little damp. It was just a little piece of towel I just had on my table. And I started wiping away bits and pieces, and I'm like, ooh, this looks all grungy and funky and cool. I love it. So I decided to keep it. And because I was very seriously contemplating covering this up and taking it a whole new direction. So, not the band, because, Zane left. Whoever those people are. I don't know. But someone told me that Zane left, and I'm like, who's Zane? And why did he leave? Why didn't he write instead of left? I don't know. So, yeah. So I did the sides to match the front of the brush, and then covered the back in black gesso. And I just like to have everything kind of finished looking, even if it is just black. It's just better than that stark looking, boring apartment wall, flat white color. So, can you tell I'm an apartment kid? I grew up in apartments. So, that flat white just makes me think of apartment walls. And that's not good. I don't know why they put that on apartment walls, because flat paint does not clean up well. You'd think they'd put a good eggshell or satin or something on it so you can just wipe it away. Oh no, 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 no. No, all the marks just stay on the walls. I don't know. I guess that's why, so that you can't hide your mistakes. So, you have to be good when you live in an apartment. So, anyway, I digress. So I took a little bit more of that gesso, and I'm painting the hole in the paintbrush, and just to try to make it look a little more polished and finished. This is some Viva Decor Inca Gold in silver, and I am using it just to hit the high points on the brush where it says 4 inches, and then it's got a little detail on that metal band, and just going around the edge of the handle just to make that pop a little bit, give it a little bit more dimension. And it looks pretty good. I like it. I think it came out really good. And I was going to tell you something. What was I going to say? I don't know. I have no clue. But I have more things to say. Do not fear, people. Do not fear. My mouth never shuts. And if you don't like that, give me a thumbs down and walk away. Walk away. Just walk away. Feel free to give me the thumbs down, though. I want to know you were here. Leave a trace. It's evidence. So I am using Crackle Paint by Tim Holtz, and this is the color Pewter. And I'm going right through this Recollection stencil just to give this a little shimmer, a little design, make it pop a little. And I got to tell you, at first I was not sure this was going to work because this Crackle Paint is very old. It had been open for a while and it was kind of thick and gunky. I'm like, oh, this is so not going to work, and it did. It worked. It looks great. You'll see in the photos at the end. So I thought it looked good. Let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh, so this paintbrush is for my friend Monica, and Monica is a designer, and she said, "Hey, let's do a swap. You start an art journal page, I'll start an art journal page, and we'll swap them, and then we'll finish each other's and then send it back." I'm like, "Oh, perfect." So she sent me my stuff back, and it's hanging up at my cubicle at work, and I still haven't sent her anything because I saw what she sent me, and I'm like, I have to make her something else because, yeah, so not enough what I already did. So I went into my little studio and I made this for her, and I like it because it's very me, and so she'll have a little piece of me to hang up. So this is some Liquitex acrylic ink in white, and as you can see, I got some splatters up the top I didn't like, so I just wiped it away and then put some more on. And this was looking a little celestial again. Those purples and pinks and blacks, yeah, they look celestial. So I got into my little S&M bin, which has chains and spikes and mesh and black wire and all of the things that you associate with being provocative. And so I got into that bin and I started looking at stuff, and I had some spikes. You can see them in the right hand corner, and I was going to put those on, but I couldn't find a way to make them look really good. Um, so I opted not to do that. I put a jump ring in the top of the handle. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm twisting that jump ring into place, and it kind of looked a little punk rock, like it was a little paintbrush nose ring. I thought it was cute. Plus, it's also going to serve a little practical reason. I'm going to hook some stuff to it. So, yeah, playing around with spikes. So this chain right here, you'll see it's all connected together in like a little mesh pattern. These were hooked to my shoes. I had giant platform shoes. Think Herman Munster, and I wore them to the Gaga concert last year. Coincidentally, 1 year ago today, July 19th, 2014 was the concert. Uh, so I wore those to the concert, and then when I got home, the chain was all messed up from dancing and jumping around like a crazy person. And so I ripped them off, and now Monica has a little piece of Gaga memorabilia. And interesting story, when I jacked up my ankle last year and I couldn't walk for a couple months, yeah, I was also wearing those shoes. Do not imbibe in alcoholic beverages whilst wearing 6-inch platform shoes. You are welcome for that tidbit of information. So this is just a little piece of printer paper that I printed the phrase "paint because you have to, not because you want to" on it. And I'll get into the phrase in a second. I used some picked raspberry distress ink on the left using the little foam applicator on my fingers, and started real heavy on the outside and lightened up as I went into the inside just to create a little ombre, and then did the exact same thing but with seedless preserves on the other side. So, paint because you have to, not because you want to. The reason I put that, you'd think it would be backwards, but it's not. If you have to paint, it's because you have to. Like, your soul says, I must paint. I paint because I must. Not, I paint because I want to. Like, I want to be a good artist, a good drawer, that kind of artist. Not so great. I'm okay, but not so great. But I love painting. I love getting my hands messy. I enjoy drawing because it's challenging to me, but I don't have to draw. I can go long periods of time and not think about it, not care about it. Painting, there's always that in my head, like I want to put paint down and blend them together and see what they look like when I do this. And so it's that I have to do it. That's what makes it so important to me. So that's the reason behind the phrase. There you go. And right now I am just using some Fabri-Tac to glue down the little bits of those phrases. As you can see, I cut them out and hacked them up a little bit, and I'm gluing them down. And eventually I'm going to use my Uniball Signo white pen just to trace around the outside of that phrase. and help it pop out a little bit. So that's pretty much it for the art stuff. You can keep watching me go as I yammer on. But I got my degree in the mail yesterday, so hooray! I've been checking the mail every single day for 2 months, waiting for that stupid thing to come, and it finally came. I saw this big, hard package. Yeah, I'm going to let that sink in for a minute. And in the mailbox, and I was like, oh my god, this is totally it. And it said UNLV, and I was like, yes! So, yeah, it feels final. It feels official. So, thank God. So there you go. I am outlining those letters, and that does it for this. I'm really happy with this. I thought it came out cute. It'll look really cute hanging up in Monica's studio. Hint, hint, hint. Hint, 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 hint. So there is the brush. Here's some close-ups. That crackle paint looks really cool. Crackly silver. And yeah, I dig it. I hope Monica digs it too, since she's going to see it. Oh, there's a little Tim Holtz charm. Yeah. All right, talk to y'all soon. Bye.